YouTube, we are back with another video. It's been a minute, but with the NBA season, the type of entertainment we've had this year, the MVP race is getting pretty crazy. So I'm going to break down every single MVP candidate, the top six as you're seeing right here on FanDuel. This is their odds. So we're going to go through each one of them and give a case for why they could be the MVP. We're going to start with the front runner right now, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Now, it seems like he's going to be the one who wins it. He has minus odds right now. But the thing is, his odds have shifted a lot. He was a lot heavy of a favorite a month ago, and then he got injured. So he is now up to 8 missed games now in the season. Remember, you can only miss 17 games. Once you get past that, you are ineligible to win any NBA awards. Breaking down why I think Shai could be the MVP and what his argument would be. And I also, for each person, I'm going to give some things that are against them for potentially winning MVP. First one is he's averaging 32 a game, and he's shooting 55% from the field. He is the most efficient player of anybody we're seeing that I'm going to talk about today. He's a very good defender. I think this and the fact first or second best record in the entire league. Having said all of that, those are the strongest arguments for him. Drawbacks is going to be this injury. How is this going to affect him going through the rest of the season? You've already missed 8 games. I don't know how many more he's going to miss, but for his sake, he's not going to miss more than 17. He's going to try not to, just to be eligible to win MVP. The guy in second, I personally believe, should not be second right now. I think he should be probably like fifth, and I'm going to go over that with all of them, is Nikola Jokic. Part of it is because he only can miss one more game the rest of the season or he is ineligible to win an award. So I think durability factors in. He's averaging a 29-point triple-double on 58% shooting. Just again, that's remarkable. I think voter fatigue is going to play a factor in him not potentially winning another one. And I also believe his durability and I think his interior defense does not get talked about enough of how awful it is because he's not really a threat there at all. Just like Denver gives up a ton of points. Luka gets that for his defense. Just again, putting up insane numbers. He's first or second best player in the entire world. Just going to come down to durability. I think that kind of already cost him because he can only miss one more game. Number 3, we're going to my Detroit Pistons. For the first time in a long time, we have an MVP candidate that is easily in the top 3 right now. And I think with his odds we saw, he is climbing. He was like plus 2,500 a while back, and now he's plus 600. And listen, I'm not a sports gambler, but I do believe those odds are very accurate of what will take place. Those are a very good indicator of what you're going to see in the season awards. It usually doesn't dictate far off of that, especially considering money's involved. So that's just kind of how it is. Cade Cunningham's argument to me to win it is putting up elite numbers. 26. He's second in assists with 9.7, 6 rebounds a game. Also one of the best defenders in the entire league. As I think his most impressive stat, his offense is elite. The way he runs the offense, great playmaker. Turnovers are down. Everything has gotten better except for 3-point shooting, which I'll get into in a second. But in terms of Cade's ability to put up all these numbers, lead the Pistons to the best record in the NBA, and on the defensive side of the ball, he is one of the best defenders with opponent field goal percentage. I think it's only 43% is what they shoot over Cade. So not only is he that elite on offense, he is putting in equal, if not better, effort on defense, which is part of the reason why the Pistons are this good and why they are the best record in the NBA. So I think best record in the NBA, one of the best two-way players in the entire league. Cade has a very good chance, I think, to win MVP if he keeps this up. He's only missed 6 games, so he's actually been one of the more durable players that we're going to go over today. I think that's another one of his arguments. The drawbacks for Cade, I think, is if his 3-point percentage was better, I think he would be number 1 right now. He's only averaging 26 a game, and I think part of that's been his 3-point percentage is down 2% from last year. If you give that 2% increase, he's probably around 27, 28 a game, and I think it looks a little bit different in the eyes of the odds. But again, regardless, he's still third and he's still climbing. So if he can improve on that like he did against the Knicks, I think he has a good chance. Number 4, Victor Wembanyama. Now, Victor is one of also the best two-way players in the entire league with Cade. I think is the best defender in the league. He's especially in the interior side of the ball. Perimeter, I mean, you're 7'5". I don't expect the dude to be a lockdown defender at 7'5" and really skinny. Let's be completely honest. That's just not a realistic assumption that you can make with Victor. However, his blocks are down because people refuse to drive into the paint with him. That's how good of a defender he is. That's how much he scares the opponent when you drive into the lane. He is got his field goal percentage up from last year. His three-point percentage has improved a lot. Drawback for him is durability, reliant too much on his perimeter shot. Because I think Victor could be an even more efficient player if he attacked and used his size in the paint. You just can't contest his shot. Even if he took more mid-ranges, just a more higher percentage shot because no one can contest his shot over three-pointers. His three-pointer is sporadic. Like there's times it's not good and there's times it's really good. But I think he'd be very much more consistent if he took a little bit less threes and a little bit more in the paint and used his height. And durability, he's already missed 14 games this year. He can only miss 3 more games. So that I think hurts him. I know his odds have now gone up to, he has improved his odds because it seems like he might get to the threshold. But I think that's only going to get him the defensive player of the year. I don't think that's going to get him MVP. They are one of the better records in the league, but I also think just if he had played 8 more games at this point, I think his odds would be about what Cade's are. The fifth guy is Luka Doncic. So we talked about Luka a little bit with the Jokic segment. Luka is more of just the offensive superpower. He's one of the best offensive players on this list easily, and if not in the world. He's like a top 3 offensive weapon when it comes to playmaking and scoring. He's averaging 33 a game. He's averaging almost 9 assists a game. He's shooting a similar percentage to what Cade's at like 47%. Because he's finally started to get his 3-ball going, which is improving that 3-point or his field goal percentage. Luka's missed some games too. Luka's, I think, already missed 10 games. He can only miss 7 more. But again, that's not as bad as like Victor's or Jokic. And I think his drawback, other than being one of the best offensive players in the league, which I think the 33 points per game, like you're the leading scorer in the league, that should put you up there. His drawbacks to me is his consistency on defense, more effort. The effort plus if you're complaining and not getting back on defense, I feel like MVP voters just take that out on you. So I think sometimes it's the complaining and the effort. And I also think the Lakers are not in a record-wise, I think they're only the 6 or the 5 seed. If he can get up to a top 3 seed in the West, I think his odds would also get to about Victor's, if not higher, just considering the offensive display we are seeing from him is remarkable. Luka, unfortunately, may never win an MVP because of how good the competition is right now. And he probably should have won one of Jokic's. The one year Jokic got a 6 seed. But I just think with like Cade, we're going to talk about Jaylen Brown in a sec, with Shea, Jokic, now Victor's coming up. I just think it's going to be really hard for him to win an MVP. But he's still an elite player and like a top 3 player in the league, or somewhere between 3 and 5. The last guy we're going to talk about, I think, should be a lot higher. I think right now, if you did the odds, I think it should be Shea number 1, Cade number 2, Jaylen Brown number 3, Victor, then Luka, then Jokic. Jaylen Brown, so I think he's a little bit disrespected. The man's averaging 29 points per game. You are missing your best player, which obviously means his usage was going to go up, so his stats are going to be better. That's no surprise there. If Tatum was the only one playing and Brown was out, it'd be a very similar thing. Tatum's stats would be a lot higher, too. Jaylen Brown has done this year. He's shooting 48% from the field, 29 a game. He can be a very good defender as well. He's got the Celtics in a position as a top 2 seed in the entire Eastern Conference. So, I mean, that was something we thought the Celtics, odds-wise, were going to be I think I remember that Vegas had them as like a 500 team. They've very much exceeded that. Now, his drawbacks, I think his drawbacks right now is just the guys in front of him, like Cade has beaten him head-to-head 3 times. And all of them are on national TV games, and I thought Cade was the one who outplayed him. So I think the only drawback I also have with him is he can sometimes be overzealous with the shots. He takes a high volume of shots when I wish he was a little bit better of a playmaker. Whereas like guys like around like Cade average almost 10 assists a game. Jokic averages like 10 or 11. Actually, Jokic averages like 12 assists a game almost. Luka averages 9. Brown is like 4 or 5 every year. And I think that's something that's his next step, is being a better playmaker. And even I think Shea has more assists per game. Yeah, Shea's got 6.5. So I think that's the guys in front of him all are better playmakers. But I do think that he elevating the Celtics to where they are deserves to be in the top 3 easily. That is going to do it for this rankings of the MVPs. Let me know in the comments what you guys would put as your top 6 candidates right now, and maybe an argument for each one of them. That's going to do it for this video. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. Like, subscribe if you haven't, and we'll be back with more videos like this. See ya.